Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Who's in charge, you or your mind? Because here's the truth. If you don't learn to control your mind, it will control you, and it won't do it gently. It will drag you, sabotage you, and keep you small. Let me tell you something right now. Your mind is not designed to make you happy. It's designed to keep you safe. It's a survival mechanism. It scans for danger. It looks for what's wrong. It creates fear where you need faith. It creates hesitation where you need action. But here's the good news. You are not your mind. You are the one who commands it. The mind is a tool, like a car, like a sword. You don't let a car drive you off a cliff, right? So why are you letting your thoughts drive your life into anxiety, procrastination, and regret? You want to change your life. Don't start with your bank account. Don't start with your job. Start with your state. Change your body. Change your breath. Get up, move, shift, clap if you're with me. Emotion is created by motion. When you move with power, you think with power. When you start focusing not on what's wrong, but on what's possible, everything changes. You say, I don't feel confident. So what? Confidence is a muscle. You build it, you condition it, but first, you must command it. Say this out loud, I am the master of my mind. Again, I am the master of my mind. Because your life will follow the direction of your dominant thoughts. If you keep telling yourself you're not enough, you'll act like you're not. If you say, I can't, you won't, but if you say, I will, you begin to find the way. Your mind is a garden, and every day weeds try to grow. Doubt, fear, worry, guilt. But the gardener, you, has the power to pull those weeds and plant new seeds. Belief, courage, hunger, vision. Control your mind, and you control your destiny. Train your mind, and nothing can stop you. Free your mind, and you free your life. Let me leave you with this. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your mental focus. So focus on what empowers you. Feed what makes you stronger. And every day, remind yourself you were born to lead, not to follow your fears. Now go out there and own your mind before it owns you. Your mind is your most powerful weapon, or your greatest prison. That's not a metaphor, that's not poetry, that's the raw truth. Every single outcome in your life, your finances, your relationships, your career, your health, begins first in your mind. The thoughts you think, the emotions you cultivate, the meanings you attach to what happens, those become your actions, and actions create your results. Now imagine trying to build a masterpiece with a broken tool. That's what most people do every day when they allow a reactive, fearful, undisciplined mind to call the shots. See, if you're not training your mind, if you're not commanding it with intention, it doesn't just sit quietly. It runs wild. It manufactures fear. It feeds your doubts. It magnifies your insecurities. It turns the smallest challenge into an overwhelming crisis. It turns your vision into a nightmare. But here's the shift. What if you could flip the switch? What if you could take back control? The mind doesn't care what you feed it. It just absorbs. It's a sponge, but you're the hand squeezing it. You choose whether to soak up garbage or greatness. Every time you dwell on a fear, a criticism, a failure, you're letting your mind rot from the inside out. But when you breathe purpose into your thoughts, when you declare, this is my standard, this is my vision, this is my life, suddenly the mind becomes your soldier. It executes, it follows, it adapts. It becomes a weapon in service of your mission, instead of a jailer locking you inside old patterns. Think about the most successful people on the planet, athletes, leaders, entrepreneurs. Are they smarter than you? Maybe, but that's not what separates them. What sets them apart is their mastery of mental state. They wake up and don't wait to feel motivated, they generate it. They don't hope for confidence, they demand it. They've trained their minds to serve their vision, not sabotage it. That's what makes them dangerous. That's what makes them unstoppable. And here's the truth. You have the same power. The only difference is how you use it. So ask yourself, are you a master of your mind or a prisoner to your thoughts? Emotions are created by motion. This is not a theory, it's physiology. Try being depressed while standing tall, breathing deeply, speaking with power. You can't. Your body doesn't support it. Your posture, your gestures, your breathing. They all communicate with your brain. When your shoulders are slumped, your head down, your breath shallow, guess what? Your brain says, oh, we must be anxious, we must be defeated, let's release cortisol, let's get scared. But the moment you move differently, your chemistry changes, your emotions follow. When you jump up, clap your hands, scream out a declaration of strength, you send your body a whole new signal. We're alive, we're powerful, let's go. That's why when people attend my seminars, we don't sit still. We don't passively absorb, we move, we engage, because motion creates emotion. It's not the other way around. Stop waiting to feel good before you act. Start acting your way into the state you want. You want confidence. Move like someone who owns the room. You want joy. Dance like no one's watching. You want drive. Shout your goals at the top of your lungs while pounding your chest. It might sound crazy, but it's the science of human performance. People say, Tony, how do I stay motivated? Wrong question. Motivation isn't a feeling that visits you. It's a decision you manufacture through ritual, physiology, and clarity. I don't get up every morning feeling like a force of nature. I create that state by mastering how I use my body. The minute I feel my energy drop, I move, I change my breathing, I shift my focus, I interrupt the pattern. That's what mental athletes do. They condition themselves daily to be in a peak state because they know that when they control the body, they control the mind. And when they control the mind, they control the result. So next time you feel stuck, overwhelmed, tired, don't sit in it. Don't wait, move, jump up, shake your body, slam your feet, stretch your arms to the sky, take 10 power breaths, do it now, feel the shift. That's not magic, that's physiology. And it's available to you 24/7 if you decide to use it. What you focus on, you feel. That's the law. Focus equals feeling. The problem is, most people don't realize they're focusing on garbage. They're focusing on what's missing instead of what's present. They're focusing on what they can't control instead of what they can. They're focusing on fear instead of faith, on problems instead of possibilities. And what happens? Their emotions follow. They feel defeated, not because the world is falling apart, but because their focus is. Let me give you an example. You get 100 compliments and 1 criticism. What do you dwell on? The criticism. Why? Because your brain is wired for survival. It scans for threats. That negativity bias is ancient, but it's still running the show unless you reprogram it. That's the power of focus. Whatever you dwell on expands. If you keep asking yourself, what if I fail? What if I'm not enough? Your nervous system starts believing it's real. But the moment you shift the question, what if I succeed? What if this is happening for me, not to me? Your entire biochemistry changes. You start finding strength where there was once only stress. Focus is the gateway to reality. It's the filter that tells your mind what matters. You ever buy a new car and suddenly you see it everywhere? That's focus. Nothing changed in the world. But your RAS, your reticular activating system, started filtering information based on your intention. That means you can train your focus to find solutions, to find joy, to find momentum. No matter what's happening around you, you don't have to pretend problems don't exist. But you do have to choose what they mean. You do have to choose what you magnify. You can either focus on what's out of your hands or double down on what's in them. You can focus on the storm or on how to build a stronger ship. That focus is a habit. And like any habit, it can be built, sharpened, and weaponized. Start today. Ask better questions. Where's the opportunity here? What's the gift in this pain? How can I grow through this instead of just go through it? The more you train your focus to seek the empowering truth, the faster you change your life, and I don't mean years, I mean minutes. That's the power you hold. Beliefs shape behavior, period. If you want to change your life, don't start with tactics. Start with beliefs, because a person with a weak belief system can sabotage the best strategy, but a person with an unshakable belief can make miracles out of nothing. Look at the world's greatest innovators, disruptors, achievers. They believed something before it was real. They had no proof, just a vision, just a fire, just a mindset that said it's possible. And they bent reality around that belief, but the opposite is true too. People walk around believing they're broken, that they're unlucky, that success is for someone else. And guess what? Their life mirrors that belief. It's not fate, it's identity. The strongest force in the human psyche is the need to stay consistent with who we believe we are. So if you think you're a procrastinator, you'll delay. If you believe you're not a leader, you'll shrink. But if you believe you are a force for change, a warrior, a creator, your actions align with that truth. Here's the key: beliefs are not facts, they're decisions. And any decision can be changed. You pick them up somewhere, a parent, a teacher, a failure, but you can drop them, you can upgrade them, you can say, that story no longer serves me, because beliefs are stories and stories are powerful. The question is, are you the author or are you just repeating a script? Start questioning the beliefs that limit you. Ask, is this really true? Who says, what's the cost of holding on to this? What's possible if I let it go? Then replace it. Build a new belief system by stacking references, experiences, and empowering self-talk. Surround yourself with people who reinforce your new identity. Take action that confirms your new belief. Do it enough times and it becomes who you are. This isn't theory, it's transformation, and it's available the moment you decide to stop letting outdated beliefs define your destiny. Master your mind or it will master you. That's the bottom line. There is no neutral. You're either leading your mind or being led by it. You're either at the steering wheel or locked in the trunk. The human brain is powerful beyond measure, but left unchecked, it becomes a monster. It loops on fear. It clings to the past. It obsesses over what could go wrong. It holds grudges. It builds walls. It plays small unless you interrupt it. Mastery begins with awareness. Noticing the patterns, catching the voice, observing the reaction. You say something harsh to yourself. Pause. Is that your truth or a voice from your past? You feel resistance to change. Pause. Is that your intuition or your comfort zone fighting for survival? From awareness comes control. Control doesn't mean suppressing. It means choosing. You feel anxiety rising. You breathe. You center. You change your focus. You move. You declare a new state. You remind yourself, I run this machine. It doesn't run me. That's mastery. It's not about never feeling fear. It's about never being ruled by it. It's not about perfection. It's about pattern recognition and leadership. And like any form of leadership, it requires practice. Repetition, relentless commitment, because the world won't stop throwing noise at you. But the person who controls their inner world can walk through chaos with clarity, power, and peace. And when you master your mind, here's what happens. You become magnetic. People feel it, they follow your certainty, you attract opportunities, you take risks, you recover faster. You don't just survive, you lead, you grow, you expand, you live fully. So decide right now, no more mental autopilot. No more letting old thoughts define a new future. You are the master of your mind, and from this moment on, you rise, you train, and you command your life like the leader you were born to be.